we have to clap, and we have to do it one time and do it correctly, because figuring it out later sucks. So please help me out, all right? I'm gonna count down. We will clap on go, and you two clap when you hear. Don't try to adjust. Just clap when you hear me say
On
go.
go. Not
on go.
one.
I will clap at the same time.
Are you counting up or down?
Both. One. All right. 3, 2, 1, go. All right. I'm gonna trust that you all clapped at the right time.
I was like, wait, I can't like preemptively. But no, I hit it when I heard the word go.
Perfect. All right. Wes, you want to do our intro today?
Oh no.
I'll do the intro. I'll do the intro. I'll do it.
Right.
So what is this, back to back for me?
Let me get it.
This is just
back for you.
It's
Welcome back to the mountains. Don't be liking the baseball, or so we're told.
Every time. I want you to know it's
This
not
is
been
episode 2 or 3.
This is 3.
Oh, we're keeping episode. Woo!
Yeah. Well, actually, because looking back, 1 was fire. I'm into it. I was enjoying watching it.
He is the one who
I'll
switches.
talk about our own podcast.
Cameron,
Yep.
you must be a switch with how much you switch. Anyway, we're a podcast where we talk about stuff that's usually not mountains or baseball.
Actually, it comes around on mountains and baseball a lot because we do.
It's crazy how that works, and how the editor needs to play my music. Anyway,
The editor's gonna kill you. Thanks for coming back in for episode 3. We have.
if you're hopping on board here for the first time, why the fuck are you here? Go watch the first one.
Nah, you can watch this one. That's fine.
No, go back.
Nope.
We like to discourage viewership.
No. Finish watching this one, then go back and watch the first one. Viewer retention.
and watch every single ad.
We don't
Do it.
have
We will
ads.
know if you don't do that.
We don't have ads. I wish we did.
Want
Buy
a break
Ridge
from the
Wallet,
ads?
use Honey.
Shut up. I have to.
Use NordVPN.
Audible. Thank you to Audible for
Do you like listening to
sponsoring this
books?
episode. We don't
No, I
either.
Dude, I want a sponsor that will send us stuff. Like,
Dude,
you
I
know,
want
Cool.
a sponsorship from Heinz.
Do we? Oh,
Never.
dude, could we get a Brims sponsorship? Get the hot fries.
Oh,
Glenn, you don't know about
yeah.
Yes, I do.
What do you know about hot fries, Glenn?
That you guys are little freaks for them.
that. Yummers.
I'm a freak for anything hot.
Yes.
see.
So that's why you're a freak.
Takis, the Doritos Dinamatia. I did not say that right, and I'm not going back. The blue Takis. The Doritos that are actually spicy, because Doritos has this fucking shit. It's called spicy nacho. There's like a little bit of like flame
it's
effect on
bullshit.
the. No, it's nacho.
The flamin' hot nacho.
Yes.
Yeah.
'Cause that shit is significantly better.
I've been meaning to get the Flamin' Hot Cool Ranch, but I don't want my
it's so
diarrhea
good.
to be even more explosive than it already is.
It. Dog.
Gross.
The thing, it just makes your booty burn a little. It's not a lot. I smother everything with Valentina or Tapatio.
What are we, 3 minutes in?
Who fucking cares?
diarrhea and booty spicy.
No, because people are
Booty spicy.
people
Booty
are
spice.
missing out, dude.
So
You gotta get.
there's a Pringles flavor. It's the like the hot ones, like, you know, the show Hot Ones. It's the hot
Yeah.
ones flavor.
Wait, say it again.
Hot ones.
There we
I'll
go.
say it again. But here's what I want to be on Hot Ones. I would
Yeah, well,
be
maybe
so
if we
good.
do well enough, we can all go on at the same time.
There you go. We've done.
So how are you? What
Maybe
are you
just-
guys taking bone in or boneless wings?
I'll take bone in because I don't want to get roasted, but I want boneless. I'll say,
I'm taking
I
boneless.
see nothing
man.
wong with boneless.
dude, people
No.
will make fun of you.
People
Well,
make
good.
fun
They'll
of
be like,
you.
first of all, boneless.
Are they
not
on
a
hot
wing.
ones? Fuck them.
You know what?
We are.
That's right. That's why we can hold our heads high.
Thank you to Hot Ones for sponsoring this episode.
Yep.
What I am
Sean
gonna
Evans.
I'm gonna request that I can have all of the sauces because I'm a dipper. I want to dip in all the sauces.
Okay.
So, like, you know, they dab on the end. I want to dab on all of them.
Have you, Cameron? Did you say you
guy
had
dabs.
not had Da Bomb before?
I have not.
Okay, don't. No.
Well, I'm gonna have to when I'm on the show Hot Ones.
Right,
Da
right, right,
bomb
right.
is a hot sauce, but it is not hot sauce.
Okay.
Da bomb tastes like if napalm was a consumer product. It. Oh my god, it tastes
So they go for the
fucking
pain,
bad.
but not the taste.
Yes, I would rather drink rubbing alcohol.
When did you try to
Do it.
bomb?
My old roommates had a little itty bitty bottle,
Oh.
and it's not a fucking joke. It's hot as fuck. The hottest
I'm
thing
not
I've ever
laughing.
eaten was this mysterious little yellow pepper that I thought was a banana pepper, but it wasn't.
That's not a surprise. You want to
And
go into it
it
knowing.
literally took my fucking breath away. Like I couldn't breathe. I ate it when I worked at Kroger because I was just hungry. I was just like, pepper.
You were a menace.
Did you
at
throw it
Kroger.
at a dumpster?
Yeah.
afterwards?
No. And that would have been my coworker Terrio. No, not Terrio. You're gonna have to bleep that.
Terrio?
It's a yeah.
Is that
Terrio's
a nickname
real...
or is that a name?
That's a nickname.
Okay.
Yeah, we
His
will
real
have to
name
believe
is
that given that
Carlos.
there's one of those in history. Wow,
Yeah.
you really just... Damn. So you're like, oh, we can't give the nickname. Let's give the real name instead.
Yeah. Glenn, it's my subtle way of making
Wait.
you have to do more work. But yeah, don't skip the bomb. Anything else is preferable.
Sure. I do want to try, like, the actual Hot Ones hot sauces.
I do too. There's like a thing you can buy that's frozen and it has all of them in there.
What?
Yeah, it's at Walmart.
Brick of hot sauce? What are you talking about?
No. It's like a bag of chicken wings that comes with.
Oh, they have like a brand of chicken wings?
Well, it's frozen, and then you put the hot sauce is applied
Yeah.
after.
Oh, it's like, it's you're saying buy chicken and then put the sauce on it.
Right, in a Hot Ones bag. It's a play. Like, you know, there's Stranger Ones pizza.
I believe in you. You got this.
Stranger
Stranger
Things pizza,
Things
you put it in
pizza.
your oven upside down. Catch your house on fire.
We do it Papa Murphy's.
I did almost catch my. We don't have an oven at Papa Murphy's. I almost caught my.
Oh, right.
I almost caught my house on fire yesterday.
That's cool.
Would you take
So-
your shirt off?
I was making buffalo chicken dip by we got it in the freezer, so you have to
Yeah,
thaw
mail
it
me
now.
some.
Okay, it'll be messy, but it'll come. It'll be a soccer player, but it'll come.
So will I.
So the oil from the cheese like dripped out onto the bottom of the oven, and I was up here playing games because I had like the timer on my phone, and the smoke alarm started going off, which I didn't know that the smoke alarm in this house worked, to be honest, but turns out it does.
I mean, really, what you're doing is just doing a safety test. I mean, it's for the good of the people.
That's what
for
I'm
the
thinking.
cause. Yeah.
I just know that smelled like shit.
You know what? I'm into it. I like the way that like smoky stuff smells and burnt stuff smells. Like I like
66%. You're wrong.
it so fast.
I looked over at Wes and we were both making the same like.
Yeah, I did too.
I actually love the way that burnt stuff smells.
Did you smell burning toast? Speaking of burning things.
Yum! I love that smell.
Have y'all ever smelled burning hair?
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
It is the actual worst smell. Because I'm pretty
Dude.
sure I've talked about this before, but when I was a young lad, I was a little bit stupid, which is different than now because I'm not stupid right now.
Prove it.
And so, no.
Prove to me that you are conscious. It's the same thing.
Anyway, and so I was starting at the grill because my dad couldn't be asked. And I was like, I started like the gas, it was a gas grill, and I turned on the gas, and I was like, fire.
Oh my god.
Dude.
Anyway. And it didn't fuck me up too bad, but it
Yeah.
singed my eyebrows a little bit. And I went and took a shower after, and it made it about 10 times worse. I don't know what it is about water combined with burnt hair, but it is one of the most foul smelling smells in history. And I have
think,
slept in the same tent as Wes on numerous occasions.
True. Oh, James is worse though. Wes
And James
bad,
is worse. Actually, just this call is pretty rough.
To be fair, I never instigated the launching of dirty draws around the tent.
That's fair. All I know is I didn't contribute to it because at one point you were like, let's see how your feet smell. And I took my shoe off and you saw you're like, it smells fine. And I was like, that's right, bitch. Those are my boots that I was hiking around in all day.
Dude, that's crazy.
Just don't be smelling.
I got stanky feet, bro.
You do be having the stanky feet.
I don't know how to make that not true.
Wash them.
I don't do that.
No, you don't.
You really don't?
Of
course I do. What the fuck are you talking about?
Like every time you shower, I watch you, and you like put your feet out of the shower, as if you had a cast on, but you don't.
That's why my legs are so strong.
And so dry.
And so stinky.
Okay.
No, I was gonna say that washing like in between your toes is literally the best feeling. I look forward to it every day.
No, wrong.
That is a wild thing to look forward to every day.
Super ticklish. I got tickly feet, and that soap on my feet.
No, I'm serious.
No, I won't get over it.
I am so ticklish, and so twitchy and a tweaker. But I swear to God, like I'll just feel you wear socks that are like up to your shin, right? You don't wear ankle socks, no?
Yeah, I used to wear ankle socks. I've experienced both.
Old man socks.
Do you? You don't really wear high tops though. But either way, you still get the experience of like peeling those motherfuckers off after a long, hot, sweaty day.
Sure.
And your feet still feel fucking nasty. You just said they were sweaty, so you can lie.
No, they still feel sweaty. I don't understand what you're getting at. I'm lost.
Right. So you don't wash them in the shower. You wash the top of your foot. That's what you're telling me.
No,
you're not going underneath.
I pick up my foot and I scrub all over and in between the toes with soap. I just hate the feeling of it because it's ticklish. It's very.
Yeah,
ticklish.
the claim wasn't that he doesn't do it. It was that he doesn't like it.
Do you use a utensil to do this? Like a washcloth, loofah?
No.
I don't see a problem with that.
What? Why am I a freak?
That's weird.
No, it's not.
I do that. What's wrong with that?
What are you talking about? Everyone in the world does that.
My feet are gross.
There are so few people who use loofah compared to the number of people who do not.
So how do you... Okay.
What do you mean? How do you wash your hands? You go grab your fucking loofah?
Okay, let's say there's a mess on your counter. Do you just put soap on your hands and then wipe the counter down?
So you're in the shower. Do you piss in the shower? Like, it's clean.
What the fuck? That's just I'm so blown away.
No,
because I used to do that too, but I would still fucking stink. That's the fucking problem, because you're not doing the best job you could be.
So okay,
you're doing it
Do you put
poorly
your loofah
every
in your
day.
butthole?
When you wash your hands, do you use a towel or a loofah?
No, unless they're really fucking nasty.
Okay, so then how does your hand get clean?
That's hands.
That's skin. That's your body. It's
Dude. I'm telling you.
Clean in that. What are you talking about?
I'm using soap on
At
my
least
toes.
I'm not a pussy who can't touch his own
okay,
foot.
this is clean. Whoa, dirty arm.
I'm just saying.
No, 66%.
You're not exfoliating enough. You're gonna get old and leathery by the age of 35. So when you come to me looking like a fucking lazy boy, remember I'm gonna pull this shit up and read it and weep, and you guys can kiss my ass.
I use my fingers and hands to wash my feet, and I have a foot scrubber. You can have the best of both worlds. It doesn't involve me getting a washcloth to put between my toes.
Damn. You can exfoliate them big ass heels, but not the rest of your body.
Damn,
50% of your epidermis is on your heels.
I do need to exfoliate though. You're right. I need like a.
I'm just saying. Once again, apparently everything I do in the shower makes me a freak.
Okay, no, it's because you're getting on to us about not using a loofah.
There's nothing wrong about using that on your feet. There's also nothing wrong about using your hands to wash your feet in the clean environment of the shower. You're cleaning everything anyway.
So you just wash your ass crack raw-handed.
Do you not?
Yes.
I just said I use a loofah. Nah, because the bristles of the brush I have
you put
on my
the
asshole.
loofah on your toes?
What? What do you mean?
Yes.
You got steel wool for your butthole? What are you talking about?
You've never seen.
You got a toothbrush for your anus.
You're gonna see
Dog,
my
I need to
dirty
sand my
ripped
butthole down.
drawers. Yeah, you do. Exfoliate your asshole and bleach it.
What are you talking about?
I'm in there scrubbing.
We need
What?
Yeah, we need a visual prop. And don't
I don't
make
think we
fun of
do.
my underwear.
I think this argument is stupid, by the way. Because You're in the it's the same argument. It's the same argument as, oh, well, I don't want to use the same soap bar as him.
It's soap.
Literally. I just
Oh, you
fucked
put
up
your
something.
butthole brush on your head just now.
Is that your butthole brush?
That's your butthole brush. What?
Oh, but it's in a clean environment. It's the shower. It's clean anyway. You're in the shower.
Fuck.
Yeah.
You're unhinged.
I'm not unhinged. I'm not the one like, duty booty. I'm gonna wash my toes with my shit hands.
How is it any different?
No wonder your fucking feet stink, shitty feet. Fucking duty toes, booty toenails.
You sound like you're about to cry.
That's so hard.
I started because you were getting on to us.
And it's just
Yes.
because we don't use a loofah. And
Yeah,
then
it's
you
literally
say
just
like,
because
this is
use our
my
hands.
ass brush, and then putting
You're
it in your
literally
mouth.
working harder.
How does that make you normal?
I don't use it exclusively on my ass.
Doesn't matter.
How is that better? How is that better? This is also my street brush. What are you talking
You
about?
argued for get out my hands. I do my hands everywhere. I don't use a loofah or washcloth because I'm a homunculus. And then when I use a brush, a fucking brush, which is you argued and won with the 66% rule, that is the same equivalent as your fucking hands. That it's any different. It's any different. It's the same thing.
There's nothing wrong with using a loofah on your ass. There's nothing wrong with using your hands in your ass.
Well,
What
why
I'm
can't I
saying-
think that's freaky? I don't want doo-doo in my
You made
fingers.
the claim that the hand touching your butthole is gross first.
No, it
So-
is. That's your
How is it not gross
butthole.
when it's the brush that you lick?
Because, as you stated before previously, it is a clean environment.
You
the
are
brush,
the person with the claim that you need to back up.
This-
I'm simply disagreeing.
I have backed it up using your arguments.
I'm disagreeing with your argument.
So then you just then your whole fucking argument doesn't matter because you don't agree with your own argument. Oh my god, you can see the fucking my cardiovascular structure.
This guy licks butthole brush. Anyway.
Oh, and then booty fingers and dick toes over here, fucking warting themselves like a monkey. Why don't you go have your mom pick the fucking fleas out of your back?
Dog. Only one of us has someone in there living with them that does that shit.
Yeah, because your mom's too busy watching Demon Slayer and the volleyball anime.
Mom?
Can we move on?
Shit, hear me.
Yeah, I'm down to move on to Demon Slayer since you brought it up. I've
Yeah,
watched.
when are you watching season 2?
I watched the first episode of season 2. I've got to
Nice.
say, I'm worried at the direction the show's going.
Dude, I literally watched the show it's like 10 episodes.
I mean, I'll
Give it-
watch it. The problem is,
What-
I've been watching it with my mom.
What is the thing that you dislike about it?
First of all, we're going to the entertainment district, which means
Right.
it's just going to be ladies, right?
There are a bit of boobs, but it's not like over the top.
It's going to be over the top.
There's not like crazy fan service. Demon Slayer's not bad about fan service. There is like, there's like a bit where, I guess it's not really a spoiler. There's like a bit where you see like cleavage,
Sure.
and it's like, it's on Nezuko.
What?
But she like
She's a
grow-
child!
No, okay. Yes, I agree. She like grows up into like a more mature form or something for like as like her part of her demon thing.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then it's just like she's wearing the same clothes, so it's like it's unnecessary. But that's like there's like one other character that's like a little bit rough, but that's
In the
it's
first
not like,
episode of season 2. Let me
what
start.
happened in the first
let me
episode?
open this up by saying I love Demon Slayer. Great, right?
Yeah.
But in the first episode, the dude,
Tengen.
sure, the flashy guy, he shows up and he's trying to like take the girls from the butterfly mansion, which I'm sure it's like nothing, right? But he's carrying the one over his shoulder. At
And he
the end
spanks her.
Yeah, he spanks her.
Yeah. It was pretty icky.
Yeah.
I dislike that part as well. Just give him a shot,
Yeah. Yeah, no, we'll watch, more of it. I'm just afraid to watch more of it because, on my own, not a problem. I would not, I'd still be like icky, but I wouldn't.
Counterpoint,
worry
why
about
don't you
watching
just watch it alone?
Probably gonna be the thing that I do.
like put that away. We're being our first viewer. Yeah, season 2 is really, really good. Like the first few episodes are like kind of setting the stage, and then like it pretty immediately goes into like shit's going down, and it's awesome.
Yeah, no, I mean I'll watch it.
And it genuinely is like 10 episodes. There's like 12 or something like that. It's like even that long.
Sure.
Also, Jujutsu Kaisen season 3 is next year.
You know, I got my
or
parents
season
to watch
2
that
next
too.
year. Fuck yeah, it's such a good show.
Yeah, they don't like it.
Why not?
They kind of like they're interested in the story, but most things they don't like it because it's like the dialogue is stupid. When Mahito is saying the words, oh goodness, the heart is the metabolism of the soul.
Yeah, he's a little stupid.
I hate everything he says. Utter nonsense.
do as well.
Because it's that thing where like the writers of the show are like kind of immature, you know?
Yeah.
And so their ideas of what they think are cool are like kind of immature.
Yeah.
And so
that is something. Continue. Sorry. I'll
oh
carry
yeah.
my
So
thought
you know you see these characters where it's like a very thin kind of person who looks like they would be very weak, who then end up being very, very strong, and then they say things that they think are very, very cool, and everyone else is like, oh, this guy is so cool, and now I'm afraid of him. And it's like that. No, he's cringe. He would be wearing fedoras, like
right. Yeah, this kind of leads into like my main beef with just anime in general. It's just like very backwards in a way. Like just fans. It's there's a lot of over the top like fan service kind of stuff, and it's just like unnecessary shit. It's just so a lot of it's just gross.
Yeah.
There's a lot of just intrinsic misogyny in it. That's like not even low key, you know?
I agree, and we're the first people to ever talk about this.
It's true. Come here for original thoughts.
And you also come here to see that 2 people here care about anime and 1 does not.
66%, baby.
How you doing over there, Wes? What are you thinking about?
I was really thinking about doing a bit, but now I wanted you guys to talk for like 2 minutes more. I'm just gonna put the bit.
Whenever you're
Put
ready.
the bit. Shut the fuck.
You need
up.
2 more minutes to structure that sentence.
I hope you. I don't know if you guys were like. I think you were looking at each other, but I was literally over here like.
I was enjoying that the whole time.
We were watching.
But no, but I'm just gonna put the bit in my back pocket.
Okay. It's gonna fall out the back
Explain
of
the
your
bit.
pants that have all of
Yeah.
them.
Explain the bit right now.
No. If I explain
not?
it, it's not gonna be funny.
True.
It's
Glenn, you have a real
visual
problem
bit.
with this. You explain every bit.
A real problem.
Now, see, that
And
makes
this-
sense
why-
because... No further statements on that.
I'm gonna take a little poke through the topics channel here because I think we've got so much stuff to talk about this episode.
2 of us do. Glenn is a very busy
I
dude.
don't have a singular thought. I forget that we have the podcast until I receive a text, hey, are we doing the podcast tonight? And I'm like, yes. And that's not even like I don't want to do the podcast. That's I forget about everything always.
Fair enough.
Like any sort of task or something, I forget about people that are in my life that I don't talk to every single day.
I know.
Like you guys I never struggle with. Shut up. But like literally I will go days without like thinking of like friends and stuff, which is like sounds terrible, but it's just my brain is dumb.
Yeah. No, I've definitely become very selfish recently, like in that aspect.
I like the way you said that.
Define recent.
I know I used to be better about this. I used to like reach out to
really did.
people and be like, "Hey, how's it going?" Like I try to make conversation and stuff. I don't do that now. I don't do that now. I know I should, but I really, really don't.
Well, it's also
So-
part of being adults, I feel like. Just
Yeah,
it's hard to make
But
time
what
for that.
changed, like for you, Cameron, specifically? Like what was that? Like where did that switch get flipped?
I think
Snapchat.
like I think towards the end of college, whenever I was like taking like stock of all of the
Yeah.
people who were in my life and determining like who do I want to keep and who do I not, right?
Right.
There were some people in college that it was like I didn't really have much of a relationship with them, but I knew like after
Right.
college I could like try to keep in touch with them, but to do so it's like mentally taxing to me.
yeah.
You know, especially whenever you don't have a lot of time, and you know, let's say I've got one person like, oh, let me message them and say hey, and we start talking and we chat for a little bit. We chat for an hour. I'm that kind of person. I won't chat while I'm doing something else. Like if I'm texting somebody, you have my full attention. So that's just an hour that I'm sitting around talking to somebody, not doing other things. And I've got so many things I want to do and so little time to do them that I can't afford to just sit around and talk to somebody for an hour.
Well, and when it starts feeling like you're checking a box when you reach out to someone, that's when you just don't really do it much
Out of
anymore.
obligation rather
Yeah.
than
Yeah.
like genuine interest.
Yeah, for me, like, there are a lot of people that I just don't talk to anymore from college and stuff, but there are a handful of people like I'm trying to
I
think
thought-
of it. I was trying to
Really
think of
sorry.
it.
What? No, it's me.
I was trying to think of a different a nickname for Zoe, but I'm just gonna say fucking Zoe. But like Zoe, like I'll just send her like the occasional TikTok or meme or whatever, and it's like that's enough. Like we do that back and forth a little bit, but we're friends, and that is just true. Full stop. It just we don't talk all the time.
Yeah.
And I've kind of just gotten to where I'm gauging like you guys I talk to every single day basically,
Yeah.
and they're just I don't know where I'm going with this.
I don't know.
But yeah,
I
it's just
get what
like-
you're talking about though. Like
Like it if it feels like checking a box, don't bother. But there's also people that you don't have to talk to all the time.
there are people in my life that I like talking to, but I can't because there's so many people that I care about that I like if I set aside time to talk to everybody, I won't get anything done ever. So
Right.
yeah.
But I mean, everyone else is in the same position though. I feel like because I mean, we're all adults and we have our own lives. And it's
Well,
just like
yeah.
no one expects you to sit down, even if you're in a relationship with that person or you guys. No one expects us all to just sit down for 2 hours a day and talk on the group chat.
Right.
Even if we do talk a fair amount in the group chat too. It just I don't know. It depends on the person.
Yeah. I don't know. I also, it's part of it is like everybody has their life, right? But there's like the distinction I make is like people who actively, and obviously like there are people who want your time,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And there's people that you want to spend your time with.
Yes.
There is a bridge. It's not really a bridge, but it's kind of like I don't know, like a disconnect between people who want your time and people you really don't want to spend your time with. But for me, like personally, I I became a lot more reclusive because I would always have desire for like social interaction, like with the few people who I was close with. And that stopped being reciprocated, like totally.
Yeah.
So I was just, it really kind of forces you to put in perspective, like, I'm doing all the heavy lifting for this relationship. So I don't like value it as much anymore. Like it just kind of lost value because I was like, what's the point of bending over backwards?
It
Yeah.
starts
Trying
feeling
to
like a
do
chore.
something. Right. And I'm not gonna like, because I don't know, there's like this, like, I don't know if it's what to call it, but like, you know, if you like have some sort of experience or like relationship with a person that you have to like, it would be a faux pas not to like
Thank you.
engage with them at some point. Fuck, I don't care.
Yeah, no, that's stupid.
That's so facetious.
It
I
needs to be
hate
mutual,
facetiousness.
and it's just like, if it's not mutual, there's no point.
Right.
Yeah. And I used to feel bad about some of this kind of stuff. I'd be bummed out that it's like, I can feel myself not talking to these people. Actually, get like extra deep. I felt this a little bit about y'all whenever I was getting towards, whenever I was like making a lot of friends with the people at the bar that I worked on, and like getting involved with just my like general adult life stuff. I could tell like even if we would play video games every now and then, we weren't talking on a regular basis and we weren't talking about anything that I thought was like super important. It was like we were all just kind of shooting the shit and having fun. And so that's a big reason why I wanted to do the podcast, because it was like, to me, it's a weekly time that we can connect. And so, because a lot of what I do now is I don't have individual conversations with people. I just have the thing that I do with them. So for most people, it's I play D&D with them, or like my parents, obviously, like we live here, so I see them all the time. But since you guys, we don't play D&D or whatever, and we don't usually have a game to all play together, I was like, we need to have something that we can all at least, do, so that even if we can't like talk all the time, we can at least like have the once a week where we get together and touch base.
Right. A good point.
I'm full of those.
No, I had that fucking figured out after we did this the first time.
Yeah.
Because I know that you like that structure. You like knowing what you're gonna do and when you're gonna do it.
And you're a manipulative ass bitch.
That's true. I do manipulate people to make them happier.
That just reminds me of the time that Glenn said, "No one will ever love you like we do." And Cameron, you replied, "What a horrible thing to say to a person."
Oh man, the male manipulator right here, ladies and gentlemen.
So funny. All right, y'all talk about something for a little while. I got beef stroganoff to eat.
Let's watch Cameron eat beef stroganoff.
That's good content. No, I'll have to mute myself during all of this. Probably what I'm saying now too, because actually I'll just cut this out. It's too gushy, so I can't be in the middle of a conversation. Or we can pause. You ready to unpause?
Yeah, you're all right. All right, everybody clap.
No, we don't need to clap again.
What do you have?
Drinking?
Fucking monsters, both of you.
What is that?
Celsius.
Is that NG drink?
Yeah, it's it's one of those energy drinks where it's like
Like
0
sparkling
calories,
water?
that kind of shit. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's it doesn't make me feel like dog shit like Red Bull can, so
Nice.
it's pretty cool. Yeah.
I really need another one of those sour watermelon ghosts.
What was the bit in our first episode that fucking killed me?
Because
It was like having another one of those or something like that.
Yeah. So because I just recently watched these, so I know what it was. In episode 0, I was drinking that, obviously. In episode 1, which was a week later and not filmed on the same night,
Right.
I happened to have another can of it that was drank down to about the same level, and we were talking about how we were doing a bit about making sure people didn't know that we did it on the same night, and during that bit, I just reached over and took a can, like a swip from the energy drink.
When I saw that, I lost my
You
fucking
did.
mind.
You lost your mind. You thought it was so funny.
Baby's first joke. That was a good one.
It was funny, man. I really do, though. I love those energy drinks.
Yeah, they look pretty good.
Oh, it's
I
so
think
tasty.
this would segue so great into the topic list.
By drawing attention to the fact that we have a list to look at and we're going to go look at topics, that is the worst
Yeah.
segue in human history.
Yeah.
But the magic is that what I just said will not exist to the viewer.
Oh, you think so?
Editor, show me this guy's balls.
Editor, show me where there's something in the podcast topics
So-
list that is a
Pod
transition from energy
Tropica,
drinks.
get it right.
Basically, we have a channel that we type all the interesting shit that we want to talk about.
I think they
That
got
some
it.
of us do. Some of
Yeah.
us.
I typed something.
Yeah, just fucking talk on him, baby.
I typed something. I remembered something I wanted to talk about that happened.
I'm glad. I'm so.
And
I'm
it's such a
actually proud
minor
of you
thing.
for using it.
What
for
a
the first
great
time.
segue for me to talk about my thing. Now that guys,
Now we're not going to talk about.
No, let's talk. I want to know about the energy
I have
drink
a
thing.
topic.
You
No.
do have one topic. We'll talk about it a little bit
Right now.
further in. No,
Right
shut
now.
up. Shut up.
I
We're
like
not
to
talking-
get my-
No.
Some real narcissistic girl boss behavior.
Yeah, I have to put him down.
Don't make me growl at you.
Oh God. No.
It's like all those fucking wolf pictures on Twitter.
Anyways,
Yeah, how are energy drinks a good segue? What are you talking about?
Well, the segue was to the topic list.
Shut up! I wanted to break out of that. Unstandable.
Right. I know that
So many
Glenn and I-
things.
Glenn, I'm gonna need you to get it the fuck together.
My
All right,
apologies.
spit it out. Spit it out. You and Glenn do what?
We're addicted to a drug.
Ooh, okay. Caffeine?
I don't. Yes.
Really?
Oh, you're on
Yeah.
caffeine now?
Yeah, not like super bad, but my like if somebody's like, "Hey, do you want a Red Bull?" I will always say yes. Which
Yeah.
I get why you like shit on Red Bull, but and this is another thing that makes me a freak. I don't care. I will die on this hill. Right? The best way, because Red Bull is like it's like a pretty small can, right? You can buy the big motherfucker, but that's
Yeah.
like
that's like, like you drink too much, like nobody has a big glass of coffee, right? Like
Right.
it's, well, some people do.
Sometimes.
Sure.
Yeah, people on TikTok who do that fucking ridiculous shit where they just make a milkshake with like a spurt of coffee. Anyway, the best way, like, it's like, honest to God, it feels me like I feel so great when I do this. Every time I drink more Red Bulls by shotgunning them than I do normally, because feeling all that shit hit my bloodstream at once is, oh my
Dude,
God.
that's gotta
gonna
be
keep
so
it-
bad for you.
I'm gonna keep it real
I'm
with you.
sure
You
it
are
is.
immediately worse than I am about caffeine by
Well,
not a small amount.
You're the bigger fiend, because
I think so actually.
I don't drink more, like I drink like 5
have-
a week at most.
I have half of a cup of cold brew a day, and that's usually it.
How much did you used to drink?
I mean, it was a little bit more than that, but it would be like I would have that amount in the morning, and then maybe a Red Bull at like 2 p.m.
I'm just saying Red Bull.
But it was always like the small Red Bull.
Let me tell you, I'm a beacon of health compared to you, as far
I
as
disagree.
caffeine goes and nothing else.
There we go.
No, so here's the thing, right? I
You do
don't
have the exercise bike behind you.
I don't drink coffee.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Okay.
not anymore. Like like occasionally.
certainly not hot.
Like if my mom's like, "Hey." Yeah.
This is a good
Yeah.
segue for me making fun of you. So this
Go
guy,
ahead.
whenever we're hanging out, I'll be like, "I want some coffee. You want me to make you some coffee?" I'll be like, "Yeah. Sure, let me get a cup of the coffees." And so I'll make him a cup of coffee. He'll be like, "Thanks." Forget about the cup of coffee. We'll play our games. We'll watch a movie. Whatever. He'll sit back down in 3 hours, look at his cup of coffee, and go, "Huh, perfect," and start drinking it. This guy does not get iced coffee. He does get hot coffee. He doesn't drink hot coffee. Actual biggest red flag on a person, likes lukewarm coffee. If it ain't room temp, he don't want it.
Dude, I just
free-
love it like
The
that.
caveat, room temp, but was previously hot. His words on numerous occasions. This guy's a freak.
Yeah. No.
So why?
So okay. Hot coffee and cold coffee taste different. Right.
Okay.
It's
I'll
like
grant it.
like hot water and cold water. They taste different. Right. We're all in agreement.
Well,
Yes.
You seem a little skeptic, but okay.
so far, continue.
All right. Sure. Okay. If water, for example, was boiled and then cools, it tastes different.
And generally worse.
Well, for
I'm not gonna-
for water, yes.
I'm hearing him out.
But
I'm
who
hearing
wants
him
to
out.
drink boiling water? Nobody. All right. Let's say that you love the taste of hot water, but
That isn't hot anymore.
you don't want to drink it hot because your little ickle baby mouth can't handle it. And you're sick of burning your tongue. So you get your little hot water and like you sip it and you go, a little too hot for me. And then you set it down. And later, perhaps you revisit it and go, this has the same flavor as before, but now I can handle it with my little mouth. And then you handle it with your little mouth.
But you just said hot and cold things taste different.
They do. If it was hot and becomes cold, it usually still tastes the way that it did when it was hot.
So are you trying to make kind of like how like people argue that cold pizza is better, but for coffee?
Yes! Oh, it is like that.
I have a needle the size of Ohio to stick in your argument. So I have spent multiple weeks of my life under a boil water notice, and the little fiend that I am, I abode by that law, that rule, that suggestion. Boiled water that has cooled off to lukewarm is it is the worst medium to consume water. I would rather be chewing ice that was sitting out on the sidewalk.
No, this isn't a reason why you're right. This is the reason why you're wrong.
How?
Because you're agreeing that it maintains its taste from before. That the
No.
water that was hot, it still tastes
I
like it was boiled water.
hot things. It tastes different after it's cooled off.
You taste different after you've cooled off. So
I think
shut
there-
And
up.
you would know, baby.
Okay, I made a mistake.
I think there are a lot of biases
No,
and variables.
I'm right.
All right, stand alone then 33%.
Woo! That's
You
right.
agree with this little animal?
No,
go.
no, this is the plot twist. I don't agree with either of you.
So we all stand alone on our ships
Yeah.
of
33%.
Ignorance.
incorrectness.
33%.
Yes.
Put your hand past your camera. Put it past. Whoa, look, I'm shaking it. No, you're not. Put it past your camera, and then it. You're unbelievable. You died.
Look,
I will actually do it on that one. That's funny.
I do
enough to
the
be
sound too.
I think that we need to test this because I think a lot of factors are involved.
So much effort.
I think like
And
okay,
I know no
like,
matter what I do, it's gonna be worse because
well maybe
where
you
I
got
live, water.
no. Yeah, that's what I'm saying though.
It's the most toxic, fucking nail-bitingly gross water
We
in
can-
history.
Easily,
Well, we'll do it with coffee because coffee's the thing in question. Water was just the analogy.
but
Let's
we have to
interrupt
make
again.
we have to use the same coffee and the same water because you can just buy a gallon jug of like distilled or spring or whatever.
Okay, so we have to do it in person. Is what you're saying?
Everybody can go buy the same coffee and buy the same water.
Okay.
Why
maybe
are why?
No, because what you're talking about, like, this is a phone, and if you have the same type of phone, it's not the same fucking phone. So it's not the same water, it's not the same coffee.
Okay, I
We
was
have to
trying to get it so we could
find
do it
where-
remotely.
Where was this Deer Park water originating from?
The
Was it
tap.
from the South Spring or
No, it was from the fucking tap. That's all bottled water is. It's from whatever tap.
So
is
what you're
the
saying,
plant's in.
okay, but then what you're talking about is individual experiments. So that's not going to be any good,
Right.
If like you live in a place with shit water.
I'm gonna be honest.
I'm hung up on the thing. I would consider your argument that coffee that has been let to cool at room temperature, not in a fridge or whatever, can taste better. I would experiment with that. My thing is that maybe Glenn has a piece of shit pot that is nasty or something.
Okay, consider this. I have had the same exact coffee with the same exact water at the same exact time as Cameron, and I don't like the way it tastes when it's lukewarm. Because I was
me-
the one who made him the coffee.
Let me add something to this. Something that I think will help. I am a slow drinker of liquids unless they're water. Like I just am. Because I like to savor the flavor of them. Alright? So, if I were to do just iced coffee, which I do still like the taste of, if I were to do iced coffee, because I'm slow to drink it, the ice is going to melt and it's going to dilute my coffee. So I can't do it with ice. So if I'm going to consume it at a temperature that I enjoy, I have to wait for it to cool down a little bit. So the first time that I'm drinking it, I'm actually drinking it at a reasonable temperature. I'm drinking it at the same as everybody else. But I just drink it really slow. So over time, it just cools off more and more and more until like the last drink or two is room temperature, lukewarm, cold water, right? Or cold coffee. At that point, I mean, I still enjoy it, but that's not actually the temperature I want it to be. I still want to just drink it on its way down, though. I can't be drinking it when it's scalding hot, and I don't want to drink it all when it's scalding hot. Does that make sense?
So
Is that fair?
this is like a whole experience for you.
Yes.
Like this is like time invested into this drinking experience.
Of cost falaki.
If it's
of the
not
diff-
clear, I am, I've said these words before, a mental juggernaut. I have so many thought processes going on for like little stuff. So if I'm drinking a cup of coffee, I'm thinking about that cup of coffee in every aspect of the cup of coffee. I'm thinking about its temperature. I'm thinking about its like cream to sugar to coffee ratio. I'm thinking about how after sometimes if you let coffee sit for too long, some of the like coffeeness essence of it will be down at the bottom like a hot chocolate and you have to swirl the cup up. So I'll be doing that. I'm thinking about this stuff all the time, right? So while I'm drinking coffee, it's not just drinking a cup of coffee. It's a mental workout.
This is interesting because I've always like known and expressed that you and I, our brains are wired very differently, and it's in that your thought process, like you were just describing, is an inch wide and a mile deep. Mine is a mile wide and an inch deep because I'm consuming every stimuli around me all at once.
Yeah, this is why
Whereas
like
you have the perceptive power of a fucking toothpick.
my memory for stuff is so bad unless it is the thing I'm focused on. So like I'm hyper focused on the podcast. Like right now, that's what I think about a lot most of the time. So I remember the topics channel. Anytime I think of something, I'm like, oh, that'd be funny. Let me throw that in the topics channel. You know, I think about these things a lot, and I think about editing, and I'm thinking about the social media and all this stuff, right? So I'm thinking about everything, but only about the podcast. Anything else going on in my life, I'm phoning it in because I'm focused on this other thing.
Yes, and this goes back to me saying I don't fucking think about this ever because
Yeah.
I don't think about anything for longer than 12 seconds usually, unless it's something I'm anxious about, and then
So these are the two wide ends of the spectrum. Wes, I'm
Right.
curious to know, where do you fall?
more on my side.
I don't know. Because I think I do a lot of the shit that Cameron does, like thought process wise. Like if I were to like try what you're doing, like I don't know, I wouldn't think of it like it would be, it's always in the back of my mind, but like I would be, I don't know. I do really weird shit like that. Like in the same, like I'm considering that shit all the time. Like I would be considering like the place in the room. Cause like I used to, okay, when I would make tea, I make a lot of tea in the fall because it's nice, right?
Yeah.
I always like put it on the windowsill, and I'm really particular about like the wind, the air temperature in the apartment and outside. Like the way the wind is blowing. Is the fan on? What cup is it in? Like,
Sure.
you know, how hot was the water when I put it in the, you know what I'm talking about? Like,
Yeah, yeah,
all
yeah.
that shit is still going on in the back of my head.
Mm-hmm.
But at some point, unless I'm really trying to make it, like, I feel like if you put more energy like that into something, you'll enjoy it more in this aspect of a beverage.
You certainly can.
But,
Like,
and
yeah.
other times, I'm like Glenn, and I'm like, tea. You know?
It is all of my thought process.
I think that you guys are extremes, and I'm kind of like in the middle. Like
You're a little bit more like a slider. Like it
How
depends on
very diplomatic.
it depends on what.
like how much
it's a
energy
very
you have probably too.
right because like you know some things are very consistent,
Mm-hmm.
other things are not.
Sure.
So that's like I think this is why I like my performance in like video games, for example, is so inconsistent. Is because if I'm thinking about what I'm doing, I do it worse.
Dude, that was me. Okay, so I was streaming just a little bit ago, Wes. I was streaming Subnautica. While Glenn was in the Discord, I was really focused much more on talking to Glenn than anything else. So it was like talking to Glenn was my number one, streaming was number two, and then doing the very difficult thing in Subnautica was last, which is why I was like getting
And then
nothing done.
reading chat was the furthest down.
Yeah, there's four where stream is
I-
broken up into
Yeah.
just do it and then chat.
When I stream, I don't look at the chat.
I
Well,
know.
but I was trying to because we sent the link to like the people I played D&D with, and they came in, so I was trying to engage with them just because I knew who they were in that.
Right.
But the thing was, as soon as Glenn left, which don't take it the wrong way, I liked you being there and all that. As soon as you left, I immediately was like dialed in. Like I was much more focused on the game, and I could actually like look at the chat and stuff because I wasn't like I knew I was just talking to myself, and I could say like what I was thinking out loud, and it didn't
Yeah.
matter.
What you're explaining is a very unique experience to streaming, and it's nice to have someone else understand it.
Yeah.
Because
I wish there was like some hypothetical that we could have that we could all explain what we would think. But it's the same situation, so we could all see how we think differently.
Oh,
Like you know,
well, in
like-
this
yeah,
scenario, I completely agree with him. It is extremely different streaming with someone else in a voice call with you
Yeah.
than
Well, I don't think that's just streaming. Well, because streaming's another layer. I think it's just playing a video game that's different
Oh,
than
yeah, that's true.
somebody else.
yeah.
Because I have to be. I can only be good at one thing at a time.
Yeah.
Usually, like what's that rule? You can only give. You have like 10 spare % or something.
It's your brain has think of it like 1.6 attention. 1 is what you dedicate
Right,
to things you do
right.
actively. 0.6 is what you do to things passively. So right now I'm actively my 1 is talking to y'all and doing the podcast. My 0.6 I'm doing I'm like fiddling, you know, like my toes are like
Yeah.
I'm doing like this kind of stuff, that's my 0.6. If I had something else to do, like if I was like scrolling on my phone, then scrolling on my phone would actually be the 1 and the 0.6 would be talking to y'all.
A good way to kind of like like make it make sense is it's like RAM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you'd have more than that. I was down to agree, and then you launch into how RAM works.
Well, because like so for example, Glenn sees stimulus or feels stimulus, and then like a monkey, he does it. You and I process every aspect.
Swallowed hair. I was laughing. It sucks my hair into my mouth. Anyway, continue.
Sorry, whenever I said that, you know that fucking picture of like the monkey and like you can see its brain and it's like neuron activation.
Yeah.
Oh, that shit makes me die every time. It's so good.
No, because like I think especially like socially for me, I'm really over the top with analyzing the emotions and like I read the body language of everybody in the room.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. That's just how I am.
Okay, so this is sort of an interesting thing. We have found out. Our
Team of researchers.
The team of researchers is me and my parents. So we've been figuring out what makes me be this thing, and it's
Ask yourselves that question for years.
So my dad is a sociopath. In that he's a social butterfly type because he just doesn't read how people are. That's actually not true. He does do that, but he doesn't like care. I guess I don't know what's the right way to say it.
No, I get it. It's easy to be confident when you're not constantly hyperanalyzing.
Right, like he doesn't worry about it. Like if somebody's bummed out, he's not
Does he
gonna
see
get
it?
bummed out.
Okay,
He's more empathic but not sympathetic, if that makes sense. Like he's not gonna change how he feels because of how other people feel. He's just gonna be happy the whole time.
Wouldn't it be the other way around?
No. Empathic is like you. Oh.
Because
you're
empathy
right.
is when sympathy is like we have this shared
Sorry.
experience, and
yeah.
I feel bad about that. Empathetic is
Correct.
like I see why you're feeling like shit.
Yes, you're right. Yeah, sorry. He's that way. He could see why, but he does not feel the same way. Right. My mom.
He's not an empath.
Where he's the sociopath. My mom's the psychopath, in that she will murder. I just think about how many strongly worded letters she was sending to people because they were being like mean.
Yeah, to like even people in our scout troop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There were a few that were safe from her tyranny.
So I got that little bit of both, and that's why I am actually the thing I meant to say. I am empathic but not sympathetic. Wait, do I get backwards?
Don't think
again?
about it too much. It's dangerous.
I'm getting
when
it
you do
backwards
that.
again.
I think you had it right.
Yeah.
You're
No.
a manipulative. You're
Yeah,
a
no,
manipulative
no, no.
ass
No, no,
bitch
no.
who doesn't care about people's feelings.
So what you're saying is you
Yes.
can understand
That one. That's the one. I know what you feel. I don't care what you feel.
Right.
Sick. It's all our viewers out there. This guy doesn't care.
No. It was the thing. Like the combination of the two things is that like my mom, I can manipulate people, but like my dad, I've got that sympathy. I can know how people feel, but not the
To
empathy.
manipulate them.
I don't feel the same way. It's like I can feel however I want. I can make you feel however I want. I can
you're
make
really
you
outing
do
yourself
whatever
right
I want.
now.
Yeah, I'm crazy, but like in a cool way, like in a cool, fun way.
Right.
Right.
Regular Ted Bundy moment.
No.
All right, Glenn. Your turn.
All right, let's talk about it. What's up?
All right.
Yeah. So
I'm asking you. I don't fucking know. I'm not the one who broached the
Why-
topic of my brain.
I don't know. You're kind of a hard cookie. A tough.
Meant to be, baby.
Well, yeah. We all know you're very reserved because you didn't have much privacy. So now you value that a lot.
Dude, how did you even
How did I even what?
like jerk off as a kid?
Dude, the fucking hoops this man.
I would go into the bathroom and do it really quietly, and every time I'd walk out of the bathroom, be like,
Yeah.
and it was always at like midnight.
Yeah. That makes sense, because your whole family goes to bed at like 5 p.m. They might
Right.
be asleep now.
Okay, your whole family goes to bed at 5 a.m. We're gonna exaggerate.
That's
exaggerate both sides.
And where's your family on the spectrum? Let us know in the comments.
On the
5 p.m.
spectrum.
or 5 a.m. and you're autistic.
Yeah.
If you're watching this, I hate to be the one to let
Everybody's
you know.
somewhere.
And when you're here, you're here.
Yeah.
We're not Olive Garden. You are not family. What
No,
are you thinking about?
you're thinking about my like a little baby brain.
Yeah, I am. You're really interesting.
Thanks. It's the first time anyone's ever told me that.
Like both of yous are. It's really interesting to me.
Who's more interesting?
We have very unique mental
Yeah,
illness.
you're like equal. You're because like you
Very
said,
safe
Kim,
of you.
No, I'm not trying to.
I'm sorry. I'm
See?
being a shitter. I'm
Here
being a
he
shitter.
goes.
Go ahead.
That's his mom's side.
Tell me how cool I am.
Just trying to, so like what I'm thinking about is why does Glenn behave the way he does? Which is really funny, like kind of like that, but like with the context of like knowing this man for a
15
long
years.
time, more than more
Like
than a
15
decade.
years at least.
Yeah.
It's like really interesting to apply all that.
Well,
given
he
what I know
really
about him,
he
to-
summed it up well with the mile wide but an inch deep, which is why I don't want to out you or anything, but it's why Glenn's so much more susceptible, I think, to things that cause anxiety, because you're so focused on everything that's going on that it's like any one little thing might not have been a big deal, but you're thinking about 30 things, or like you see
Right.
30 things, and it's like then it gets overwhelming, which is
That's exactly correct. And me and your dad think exactly opposite in that way, because he will step into a room and, I mean, if he's aware, but generally not. He'll just like kind of exert his presence on the room. Whereas I step into a room and I'm instantly taking in every bit of body language on everyone.
Yeah.
And if I think someone's sad, I'm like, damn, can I like fix that? Or regardless, I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, you think I think you internalize it a lot more
right.
than you know.
It
do
depends
with
on the
it.
person.
Yeah.
That's another thing. That's what I was thinking about, is that because like the people who you hold close, you
I'm worse about.
no, I don't know, you tend to like divulge more into things.
I match people's energy a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm
It's
kind of an empath.
yeah, but kind of.
Kind of. You're not all pawns in my little game.
Yeah.
You are in mine, and you know it. You can't.
Yeah, I mean, that's obvious.
You're here,
I
aren't
love
you?
being
We're
a-
in that
I love-
podcast.
Yeah.
I
made
love
this
being a
happen.
pawn.
You're welcome.
Every time you try and manipulate me, I look at my phone and I'm like, this bitch.
See, you don't understand.
Uh-huh.
Those are the only the times that I let you think I'm trying to manipulate you.
Right.
But what I actually want is something else.
You know, something that
What?
I've learned growing up with no, we're going to move on from this. So my dad has anger issues, obviously. And
a lot of holes in
something-
Glenn's drywall
yeah.
growing up.
So something I have adapted from that is I've gotten very good at reading people, which is part of why I'm so aware of everyone's body language.
Yeah.
Because I can, like, I'm always like, are they mad?
Yeah.
Because, yeah, my dad just, I'm pissed. And you're going to hear about it now.
Yeah.
Especially if you're a corporation in America.
Especially if you're a corporation such as Hulu.
Dude.
Or any corporation with a Twitter account.
Oh my God.
Count your
I-
fucking days.
So
I
good.
gained so much life from these tweets. I'm gonna just read one out.
Just
real
whip
quick.
them out.
I gotta read one out. It's so funny.
Thank
Just
God
like
we
a
didn't talk
appendix.
about why I'm the way I am. Jesus.
I know. We'll
want
come
to?
back to you. Don't worry.
Oh God.
You're next. As soon as I find these tweets.
Because I mean,
Damn.
this is more important than your family trauma.
Phil for
I'm
a second
sure.
while I look for this.
So let's talk about why you're the way that you are, and
Okay.
how we can stop that, because we don't like that.
You can lead.
This is the worst Phil of all time. 5 seconds. I need like just a little bit. Good grief.
Well, I don't want to. Do you want to get into it now, or do you want to
No,
wait
I'm
until he
kidding.
dredges
kidding.
Bradwick's tweets?
Maybe just talk about something lighthearted and fun for like a second.
Look at that exercise bike behind camera, with the fuck behind camera's head. Look at it.
Look at Cameron's hairline.
Damn. Look, we're all in danger, all right? We don't need to be calling anyone out for hairline. All of us are running the risk. None of us need to be karma'd.
I think my hairline's okay. It's not terrible. I'm definitely pushing back a little bit on like the corners, but
Because your mom's dad is bald, right?
I think he's either bald or balding. So like,
yeah.
I don't think he's not like totally shaved head bald, but definitely.
Well, like my
back hair.
dad, he wouldn't be like shaved head bald, but he shaves it because it's like he doesn't like the
just looks
hairline.
better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing. If you're balding, go bald.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pull
It
the
depends on how
trigger.
extreme it is. If it's like across the board you're going back, then for sure, 100%. But if it's like the side, like people can pull off like the receding, like the widow's peak receding. I've seen a lot of people like pulling that off,
Like
and it's like that's not the worst.
I'm pulling
I mean,
off
you
right
have.
now. I got messy ass hair right now.
I think your headset's also doing you a little dirty. I think
Yeah.
it's like pulling your hair away from your hairline.
It's I don't know. I got
Well, the headset can also move your scalp too. So.
Right.
yeah. I found the tweets.
Nice.
All right. If you need help with PlayStation issues, rest assured no one is available or willing to help at PlayStation at Ask PlayStation. Chatbots don't work. Cust SVC for service. Cust service. Phone doesn't work. Even DM on Twitter doesn't work. Telemarketers are more responsive than PS at Sony. Hey, at JCPenney, what's the deal? You screw up my order. I call the customer care line. 35 min later, still on hold. No website options for prob, not even est hold time. So, sorry I tried you again.
If my
After
dad ever-
39 minutes at JCPenney. Dude, literally 4 minutes later. And they were like, no, Bradwick is upset. And they show up and they go get him.
Dude, if my dad ever watches this podcast and he gets to this point, he's gonna be sitting in his chair fuming.
Dude,
He's
no,
gonna be
look,
mad.
Mr. Brad, love you to death. So funny to me, though, your Twitter. It actually kills me. It's so funny.
Dude, and the one that you're smiling like, go get him, Tiger.
I don't know if he ever noticed that. I don't know if he cared
I'm
about
sure
that.
he noticed it, and I'm dying to get a glimpse inside his mind and see what he thinks about it. He's either like, yeah, solidarity, or he's like, this little shit. That was the day in which you were rejected from the family, son.
Hey, at American Air, update your boards from time to time and do it accurately. Hashtag horrible service. Well, at
Wow, that
American Air
one's-
dropped the ball again, sitting in CLT, waiting for pilot who is in RDU. Can't get est time. One update came, but plane's still on ground in RDU. Called Platinum Line. I don't know. You need to ask Gate. Hashtag clueless.
Funny.
Dude, the hashtags get me.
The hashtags are great. He really does. He looked at Donald Trump's Twitter and was like, I like the way he formats his tweets. I like that. Because he'll like end a tweet with sad with an exclamation
Yeah.
point.
Yeah, I feel like that's the other way around actually.
My personal hero, Donald J. Trump, looked at my father's Twitter and was like,
Yep.
I like what this guy's doing. I'm gonna steal it.
I saved the best one for last, right?
Hulu?
Yes, the Hulu one is so good,
It's
dude.
so good.
Hey, at Hulu support, why can't I sign up? Your website keeps spinning when I enter payment info. Does it really take several minutes for your website to create an account? About to give up forever. Already unhappy. Not a good start. Not a good start.
This
No.
is like every person
No.
ever in like a customer service field that they'll just like go up and be like, fine, I'll take my business elsewhere. And everyone working behind that bar is like, thank
Good.
you.
Yeah, we don't care. We're
No.
like, you just lost a customer.
Oh my god.
Okay.
It's so
My favorite is
funny.
about to give up forever.
Dude, throwback to when, like, back in the day when I had, like, the baby PlayStation account, like, the child,
Yeah.
whatever. And so, like, my dad would have, like, every, like, setting kind of thing was locked by, like, the parental account. And this man There was something about him. He's just like Cameron in this regard. Could not remember a password and wouldn't write it down. Not
Should I go all
once.
my passwords?
Oh, please.
Because I'm so bad about this. I do now just have a notes app with all my passwords for all my accounts.
I do also have a notes pad, like for like things I don't log into regularly. But see, I did that on the front end, not as a reactionary measure.
It took me too long to figure out that I needed. I agree.
But and every single time it'd be like, Dad, I'm trying to buy a game or something. And it's not like I have like disc. He'd be like, all right, let me get up here, and it would be like an hour-long fucking ordeal. Me getting to play Destiny with you guys, like, okay, so there were multiple layers to this. I had the Destiny beta, which you could get up to level 7 on 3 characters. I played the fuck out of that. I was playing that shit for ages. So that's one thing. I finally went and bought the game because I had like just enough money from like birthday things. It was like right around the time where I was starting able to drive, and my parents were pushing me to get a job, and I didn't have one yet. So I got Destiny. Didn't have PlayStation Plus yet, though. That's a lot of money. So I had Destiny. I was playing it, just like walking around on fucking Earth a bunch, just shooting things, farming blue Ingrams. Every time a blue dropped, I was like, yeah! So I was like, I want PlayStation Plus. And, yeah, it took several hours of my dad yelling at Sony, sending emails, calling Sony dog shit, for him to finally get into his account. And each time I would tell him, hey, yo, dog, you gotta write that shit down. And he'd be fuming, foaming at the mouth. One of the most harrowing experiences of my life, being able to get to play Destiny with DLCs, because that was an extra step with you guys.
Dude, I'm imagining, like, you and me playing a game or whatever, and I'm going like, man, I'm having a hard time logging in, and then you immediately just have like PTSD, and like you immediately get whiplash back to your childhood. It's like like a Pixar back in time.
I do think about it every time, and like every time I hear it, I'm like, I don't have to be afraid anymore.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Yeah, it's pretty tough.
I hate to say that is me, but it is me.
At least you don't lash out at everyone around you when you can't remember due to your own poor memory. You're like, why don't I remember my password? What the fuck, Sony? Oh man.
Your dad's a freak.
He is certainly a character, and it is one of my biggest accomplishments having lived with him for 18 years and not just perishing.
Yeah.
Not fully becoming a freak.
Not fully
Yourself.
becoming a freak, which I am not.
You're definitely most of one.
I'm only
33%,
97% a freak, Cameron, okay?
I think you're 75% freak, 25% not a freak.
Nice callback there, buddy.
Thanks. That bit's still funny to me.
That bit is funny. I don't know if explaining it would make it funny at all for the podcast. For our
Do we want to
listeners.
explain it?
I don't want to explain it. I
Go
don't
watch
even know
the
if I
video.
can
It's
explain
out there.
It's on one of our YouTube channels.
I think it's on.
I think.
I think it's on yours, maybe mine. I don't know if you can find.
I
it,
do
you can watch it.
typically have most of it when we refer
Yeah.
to something on someone's YouTube channel, but Wes also has quite a bit.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was yours though.
Yeah, I did a lot of Rocket League funny moments videos.
Oh no, you're giving them too many clues.
Oh shit. Gluten Freeman on YouTube. Anyway,
But not on Twitch.
not on Twitch. I actually
Don't
hate
look on
streaming.
Twitch.
I don't stream.
I want to talk about Waffle House.
Okay.
See, that was a better segue than saying let's segue to the fucking topics chat.
Can we get through one segue without you mentioning it? Dude, this guy is a professional curtain puller backer. He's like, hey, everybody, look backstage. Look at all this shit we got going on. Damn.
Professional curtain puller backer. That fucking I just shot water back into my bottle.
I have an editing request for that,
Yeah, please.
and
It's not me this time.
no. It's really simple. I just want when Glenn does that, and the second you like lurch forward to the camera and start to like finger wag and holler, it cuts to you talking about Waffle House.
I love Waffle House, and I go there every now and then. Recently, it was raining like crazy, and I went to Waffle House, and I've got my umbrella, and I'm soaked even still because the rain's like it's everywhere, it's flooding, it's all this, right? There's
Right.
nobody else at Waffle House because of all the rain. It's like they're gonna go through drive-throughs, you know. So I go into the Waffle House, and I walk in, and there is nobody else in the Waffle House. All of the employees are sitting in a corner of the Waffle House, just chatting and doing whatever. But as soon
Yeah.
as I step in, it's like, they're all talking and everybody's staring at me. It's actually
You
like
stepped
7.
into the simulation.
Dude, it's 7 employees who are now just staring at me. And I'm like, I was stun locked. And I just kind of like start inching forward. And like I'm getting closer to them. And they're like, we're not doing to-go orders anymore. And I'm like, I'm in my mind, I don't want a to-go order. I want to eat here because this is my lunch break off of work. So I want to come and sit down and eat food. And so I inch a little closer. And after they just yelled at me, I'm like, can I eat here? Because like it's not apparent because there's nobody doing anything. Right?
Yeah.
Can I eat here? And like they audibly, they go like, oh, and they all get up and start working. And one lady, like I sit down and she goes like, he said, can I eat here? They're bullying me. They were making fun of me to my face. Like, damn, not a good start.
This
They're
is
gonna
for you,
lose a
John
customer.
Waffle House. If ever
Hey,
there was a
at Waffle
company
House
not
support.
in, if ever there was a company not in danger of going out of business, it is fucking Waffle House.
Oh, dude, Waffle House is so solid.
They are
They're
timeless.
A-okay.
Yeah, to be fair, Waffle House is one of those places like Popeyes, where
Yeah.
you go there for the product, not the people.
You go there for the product. They're gonna take a tray and they're gonna slap it in front of you, and they're just gonna throw all the ingredients on it, and they're gonna say, "Eat up, you fat pig," and you'll say, "Yes." Okay. And then you will
should-
because it's delicious.
You should have been like, "Can I come cook it myself?"
Yeah, just BM them a little bit more. First you
Dude.
show up and then you cook on their.
It got worse too,
Oh.
because the lady that got up to serve me, as is, wait, let me sound like a boomer. It's her job, and I'm a customer, so she should have been happy to do it for me.
You're right. You sound like my dad.
But anyway, so she got up to serve me in that, and she was like, "What do you want?" And I was like, "Well, let me start with a water to drink." And she goes, "To eat." And it's like, okay, let me get. Okay, I know my Waffle House order because I go there a lot. I said, "Let me get the All-Star Special. I would like the waffle to be a pecan waffle. I would like the biscuits instead of the toast. I would like the hash browns instead of the grits. I would like the hash browns chunked and country. I would like the eggs done over medium, and a water to drink. I'll take the bacon." That's what I say, right? So I say these things to her. And when I say chunked and country on the hash browns, for the uninitiated, that means ham and gravy. I say chunked and country. She pauses for a moment. And it's like, okay, sometimes the Waffle House employees, because there's a lot of things, sometimes they forget which ones they are. And so I just go, oh, ham and gravy. And she goes, oh, I know what they mean. And it's like, give me a break. You're struggling. I was trying to help. So, but whatever, right? So that's what I ordered. She sets down in front of me a 2-egg breakfast, the 2 eggs scrambled, toast, hash browns with just ham, a regular waffle, and burnt-ass bacon.
And spit in your food.
I was treated like dirt. And then she set it down, and I was sitting there, and I'm like, yum, delicious. Like, it's like, what am I going to do? Yell at the Waffle House employee that's yelling at me? No, I'm just going to eat my food, shut up, and enjoy it. So it was it's the weirdest and worst Waffle
That
House
is
experience
pretty
I've ever had.
bizarre.
Yeah, it was-
Your first and main mistake was walking in, seeing that, and not just.
Yeah, just backing out. They all but held a gun to my head and said, leave. It was the
And you
most...
said no, which is crazy.
What can I eat here? He said, "Can I eat here?" Like I'm an idiot.
Dog,
Are
I'd
you
just be
open?
like, never mind. My B. I'll see myself out.
I wanted Waffle House so bad.
Yeah, I understand. Waffle House does hit.
So anyway, it was good. I enjoyed my food. Not what I ordered at all. But
Well, it sounds
Not
like
a
you
good start.
didn't. Yeah.
it sounded like I didn't what?
Enjoy anything about that experience.
Not the experience, but the food was always good.
Not a good start.
The burnt bacon and the
Dude, even the burnt bacon's good. I mean, you take a bite out of Waffle House bacon, and what was once solid turns instantly into just gushing fat in your mouth. And it's
I wish you had used
You have
less
such
imagery.
a way with words.
I don't like the imagery you employ in most of your sentences. I wish you wouldn't.
yummers. That's all I gotta say.
There we
It's
go.
like a
There we
fruit
go.
gusher of bacon
It's
grease.
really just hammering home my point. Oh man.
So anyway, that was my terrible Waffle House experience.
I've
Well-
never been to Waffle House. Have you got your
Really?
chicken
What?
tenders yet?
Yeah.
Wait, how are you gonna glaze over that? What do you mean you've never been to Waffle House?
We've been to Waffle House, all of us together, right? I swear to God, like,
No.
no. Like we went on one of the trips to your place, Cameron. Like all of us went to Waffle House. I swear at some point.
No, not here.
No.
I know you and I have gone to Waffle House a handful of times.
I've
Yeah.
been to a Huddle House.
I've only been to one Huddle House.
I don't know if I've ever. It's one of those things where I always see when I'm getting gas or some shit.
Yeah, that's because they're only in gas stations.
Yeah, I just never bother. I don't know.
We went just because we wanted to get the fried mac and cheese wedges, and then they ended up being okay because it was really just a lot of carbs.
That checks out.
Yeah.
Well, segueing to a good experience I had. I've discussed my manager in previous episodes. We have a good rapport. And I shit on her some more a couple days ago at work, and it was great. So I have a shirt that is like salmon colored, and it has the words "Trophy Wife" on it. And it's one of my favorite shirts. I absolutely love this shirt. And I've worn it to work a handful of times, and I always get a good laugh out of it from everyone. Everyone loves it. And so I go to work, and my manager sees the shirt. She's like, "Hey, I like your shirt. It's really funny." And I was like, "Hey, thanks." And she was like, "I don't think it'd be that as funny if I was to wear it." I was like, "I mean, it makes sense. Like, because like as like a man, it's like it's kind of like ironic humor." I suppose. She was like, "Yeah. I was just trying to be funny." By saying that, I'm just trying to make a joke. And I was like, "Well, it's so nice that you're trying." And then I walked out.
Oh man,
And my God, I got a good chuckle out of her for that.
dude, you really do just shit on your manager. Like
And
it's
she
normal.
shits on me right back. It's great.
Man, that's a healthy relationship.
It really is. Oh man, it's great. We have good banter. That was the whole thing. I just wanted to bring that up because I thought it was really funny.
I wish I had good banter with my boss. Boss is probably the wrong word. It's so I do coding and I create applications and stuff, right? The guy I report to, he's goated at code. He's really
Is
really
this
good.
the
He's-
same guy with that you sent the video of, or was that someone different? Like going to Google and
No. Oh man.
yeah, you
no.
should talk about that at some point.
Sure. Yeah, I'll get to that. So, anyway, so my boss, he is a really, really smart guy. We do, for anybody out there who likes coding and stuff, we do SAP. I write ABAP code and I create programs and stuff.
I use SAP a lot too.
Yeah, what do you use, huh? You just use some dummy little transaction code that people give you.
I use a lot of those, but yeah.
Name
I use
name
the
one.
little babe. No.
Name something in all caps. ZBOL_print. Something like that.
ZB21, BBMC, Corn, CoSP, EOR2, all those.
Cringe. You're
That's
cringe.
pretty
for
cringe.
using them.
I hate SAP. You guys are
Z-
doing a terrible job.
I would well everything you name that doesn't start with a Z is a standard program, so that's just you can actually yell at SAP for that one. If it starts with a Z, then you can start yelling at your own programmers.
I will still yell at you.
Okay, so my my boss and I, he's not like an overly serious guy or anything, but he has been in this industry for years. He's been doing this coding, ABAP coding, for 12 years. I have been doing it for 6 months, and I came in knowing nothing. And so everything that we talk about, it's always, I'm an idiot. He knows everything. Teach me what you know, right? And slowly, I've been like learning and growing and becoming more.
Slowly.
Very quickly, I've been learning and growing, and I'm getting to the point where I'm solving problems that he didn't know how to solve and like stuff like that, right? So, the first joke I ever made to him, because up until now it's been all business all the time. He's a super hard worker. We were working on a problem or whatever, we were creating an application, and I was having a hard time with the naming conventions of the application. This is super interesting, I promise. because we use a very standard system of naming applications, or naming conventions. If you don't use it the right way, then you'll get made fun of by the other developers. So I was creating a brand new set of naming applications because we were using a new technology. And in doing that, there's like a certain, it's like, we start with these 4 letters, and then it'll be this string of numbers, and then it'll be the description kind of thing. In that string of numbers, right now, because we're at very base level, the start of this, the string numbers are like 5, 13, 17. But later on, it could be more. And I was like, yo, what if in the naming convention we start at right now with 4 digits? So it'll be 0, 0, 13. And he was like, yeah, sounds good. And then enter my joke. I said, I knew it. I'm a genius. And he just sent back, sure. So that is how I do not have a good rapport with my boss.
Meanwhile, in a email sent to my manager and supervisor, my salutation was sincerely the great one.
Yeah, dude, I can't get away with that kind of stuff. Nobody would think that that's funny here.
Man, he just thinks you have a big head.
Dude, he does think that.
He's not wrong.
Well,
What can you do?
so he sent me a video. Yeah, and the point of the video was to teach me how to do a particular thing in SAP. So he sent me this video, and it was a guy, also an Indian guy, who was doing a tutorial on how to do this particular thing in SAP. And part of his like demonstration had him going to Google, and he had to check Facebook for like because it was a GUI thing. He was trying to show off like how it could interface with whatever. And so he pulls up Facebook, and he just starts scrolling through Facebook in this tutorial video, and he comes across like it must be like a friend of his, and he goes like, what is this? And he opens it up, and it's like a video of his friend like holding a giant snake, and in the middle of his SAP tutorial he's like, oh my god, that's a big snake. And then he just goes back into like doing his tutorial. But I was like, that is so funny.
The Google.com website.
Oh my god. Okay, so on this subject, I'm gonna roast Cameron again. So there was one instance that I witnessed something that I've never stopped giving him shit for. So we were trying to go to the YouTube, as you do, to watch a video because we occasionally like a little bit of a gaming video as a treat. And this man goes to Google, types in www.youtube.com. And from that point onwards, I have given him an inordinate amount of shit. And it remains true. It's this man he's typing https://twitch.tv/glutenfreeman.
Shut up. That URL wouldn't work because the last thing you said was /glutenfreeman. It's a backslash. You stupid idiot.
I don't even know my own URL. But man, it's such a minor thing, but I derive so much enjoyment from calling him an old man.
I don't know why I did it, man.
And like I have like like a shortcut. So I just click a button and I go to YouTube, and this man goes to Google and types in youtube.com in the search bar.
To be fair, it was the address bar. It was the address bar.
Oh, okay, that gives you a little bit more credit. At least you didn't type the URL into the search bar.
Yeah, that's actually so cringe.
Yeah, that would be cringe. Oh man.
Wes, tell me about overalls.
Oh, yeah. So I got a pair of overalls in the past. I don't remember when I got them, but it's been hot. It's hot in Texas, so I haven't really worn them as much. I wore them in the winter and fall of last year because they're basically, first of all, they don't go down. Like, I don't know what the deal was. I couldn't get them in my actual size. I had to get a size up.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Because that was the lowest option. Like, it wasn't like out of stock. That was like the lowest option.
Yeah.
And so my point is, it's like they're great. You can wear them over things, as the name implies. So like, it's really good for like cold weather when you're layering stuff.
Yeah.
But I really like the way they look because they just feel great. They're comfortable, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was for form, right?
Okay.
For show, for fashion. Because they look, you know, they make you look cute. They make your shoulders look broad, and they make your chest look great.
Okay.
I work out in the heat, and so I got a pair of Tommy Hilfiger shorts. But it was like I only own like 2 pairs of shorts. I can't work in athletic shorts.
Okay.
So I basically sun bleached my Tommy Hilfiger shorts, and got like they're stained and they're gross and they're nasty, and I wouldn't wear them out to a nice dinner anymore.
Okay.
So I was like, I'm gonna go to work in overalls and like short sleeve, and see how that goes. The first day I wore them, it was like raining.
Okay.
I have never. First off, when you're wearing overalls, you just feel like a blue collar hero. Like it's so great. It's
Okay.
so great. I don't worry about getting them dirty. I don't worry about messing them up.
It's pretty nice.
Yeah.
They still look good. They look like, I would argue like some things look better like worn and dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's like character. But anyway, it was just fucking great. Like I've never gotten more compliments than when I wore them.
Wow.
Like I was a head turner
Yeah.
in my overalls. And oh my god, they're just so great. I wear them all the time now. Obviously, I have to milk every compliment out of every person.
I mean, naturally. I do the same
Can
thing.
you
But-
go
but
put
there's-
them on?
Yeah, so actually the reason why I got up earlier and I was in my underwear is because I was wearing them earlier. But yeah, I'll go put them on.
All right.
I do kind of
We
want
get
to
to see
get
the hole again.
Yeah.
so excited.
Yeah, okay, look. It was 4:30 in the fucking morning, and I didn't have my glasses on.
All right, Phase Jeff, back it up.
I'll get right in the microphone, too, bud.
Your nose away. Nose play.
Dude, whenever he got up earlier, it was like, and don't make fun of my underwear, and then stands up with that hole. I lost my mind.
He could have
was
said
so
not
funny.
a word, and I would have just assumed they were shorts.
Yeah, yeah. I would have been like, oh, whatever. But the fact is, don't make
Yeah.
fun of him.
And I haven't worn overalls in years, but I do kind of want some overalls.
They're not denim.
That's pretty sick.
I was imagining them being denim,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, whatever. That looks great.
Yeah, no, I'm a fan of overalls.
Yeah.
I need to get me a pair, but they're probably really expensive, if I had to guess.
I don't think I'd look good in overalls.
You would
Because
look
I would
like
look
every
like a farmer.
country bumpkin. Yeah.
Yeah, I really would.
Yeah, Wes just looks like an upstanding part of the LGBT community, which he is. And
That looks really good.
it does look really good.
I actually,
Your hair. Put it away.
Yeah, but like, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't know if you can see. You can't really see the wear on this camera. It's not like, but there's like a bunch of stains and shit on the legs.
Yeah.
But right, okay. Let me explain. First off, best feature fly, because you're like,
Okay, like regular pants, sure.
okay, right, yeah, but do your pants have a fucking bib with pockets?
That's a good point.
No, they don't.
That's a great
That's
point.
not your shirt.
My pants don't have that.
Right. So the pockets, great. There's a pin pocket. A
Okay.
pocket for your pin. Dude.
Wait, that's what that is?
Yeah. No, Glenn, maybe you could put your fucking IQ in there, you fucking dick. So they have a bunch of like places where you can like, 'cause if you want to wear them as fashion.
Yeah, I was gonna say, have you thought about doing the one?
Yes, I'll hook it like down here, and then you can tuck the button into this little hole. The amount of pockets that these fucking overalls have.
Oh, it has to be amazing.
Dude, look how these pockets are fucking amazing.
Damn!
That's insane.
Is that not
in there?
fucking awesome? Right. So you got these two. I wish it had one on the inside of the bib. Like I can't be.
Yeah.
'cause first, okay. Overalls.
The side pocket, dude. I'd just be walking around with my hands in my lab coat pockets like that all the fucking time. So having like a side
So-
thing, oh my god.
You've got this option.
Yeah,
I'm looking
that's
at
a good
overalls
option.
right now.
You've got pockets, and they unbutton up here if you're wearing like extra layers, so they can like they're not like constricted up in here.
Uh-huh.
So I also do this one a lot, and then like put my thumbs above the buttons.
Yeah.
Anyway,
back pocket reveal.
Damn. Dude, and we all know I used to be a cargo shorts enjoyer, so like I have a healthy appreciation of pockets.
They do
What's-
have the hammer strap. Wait.
Not now, Cameron.
Look.
You gotta what? Your desk. You have an industrial plant on your desk, dude. You fucking tools, wine.
There's a pocket here. Look at the depth. That's a whole
That's sick.
screwdriver.
What else do you have your
Also,
desk on?
This pocket has a flap so you can tuck shit.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Like I can tuck the screwdriver in the flap so it will not fall out when I'm like on my knees or
yeah.
There's a tertiary pocket.
He learned a new word.
To be clear,
is
the
the
second
same-
of those two pockets.
Yes. But my point is that they're functional, they're fashionable, and they're comfortable.
Are those Wranglers? Is that the brand?
No, Dickies.
Oh, that's right. I couldn't remember which one that was.
Wes,
And
I need you to take a picture where you have like 6 bottles of alcohol, like one in each pocket.
Phil.
Actually, this is a great time for me to look up the picture
I made everybody
of.
really small.
I don't, which one of it? It was Wes that wore all of your shirts that one time, right, Cameron?
Yeah.
This is going to be a really fast
surely
find.
we
'cause
have
it's
that around
I
somewhere.
mean, I have it immediately.
That's great.
Oh,
I can
man.
actually, if you send that in.
Yeah.
I actually put
Would
it.
you prefer
hey,
the
make it
Discord or cabinet?
do in Google Drive. Could you do that? Could you make a new folder and put it in there? Do you not have Google Drive on your phone?
I mean,
You can just text it to me. I can do it. It's not a big deal.
and that's what they call the male manipulator.
Yeah, I'll work it out. Man, that's such a good picture, though. That was
It
such
really
a fun
is.
time. Actually,
Oh my God.
I'll tell that story. So we were hanging out at my house.
That's what we did.
There was a friend of ours. I don't know.
So the issue I'm having is that they squeeze my pants too tight, so I can't get one in this
Oh,
back
man.
pocket. You can only see how much money is in my Gucci wallet. But no. Oh, you
Wes
thirsty?
is actually a JoJo's character.
For real?
Do you want this? Or you can have this. Oh, will this suit your fancy? What about this? There's so many fucking bottles.
The two that we didn't see prior to this moment was really
Yeah.
damn.
Sorry, Glenn, I'm in your kitchen.
If only you had a better way to carry those.
Oh, true! Oh, there's
It's already
also, like, a
halfway
chain
to the
top.
kitchen.
See, this one's tricky. Oh, here we go.
Wes, can you hear us? Wait a minute.
I think he sensed you. I think he
Wait, yeah,
sensed you
wait a
saying that. Because I was actually questioning. I was like, how did he hear that?
I don't know.
And
Dude, I'm
he
just freaking
knew.
out.
He just knew. This is the equivalent of fucking I'm scared playing with your PC.
Yeah, it is. Dang, we should play that game again.
We
That game
should.
scared the
For those who
shit
don't know, just an older horror game that would like mess with your files for the game a little bit, and it would like put like notepad notes in there, and it would
Yeah,
like
yeah,
just say
real
like little
simple stuff.
Yeah. It's just like little messages in there for you, and it freaked the fuck out of us. Like ages ago
Especially
we played
like
it.
before we knew anything about computers.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this so we
You
were
look so morose, Wes.
we were hanging out at my place. And we thought, how funny would it be if Wes put on all of my shirts, hoodies, jackets, everything that I had. And so we did this, and Wes was wearing everything, and it was really, really funny. And
Well,
then,
you had just as an addition of why we were doing
Yeah.
this, you had a bunch of shirts that you were like, these are too small. I need them stretched out.
oh yeah, I forgot about that part. Yeah, but so we had everything on Wes, and then the last thing was like a hoodie, where everything was kind of like tucked, so like you couldn't actually see that he was wearing all these shirts. It really just looked like he was a big dude in a hoodie. And then we had a friend come over or actually he didn't even come over. He just came
What's
in.
this?
We stood out on the driveway together. It was Ryan. Remember Ryan? Charles.
I remember Charles. We do not invoke his name.
So a friend from work at the time, he came over, and we hadn't seen him in a long time. Or well we had, because Glenn and I, we worked at Papa Murphy's together. I don't know
Yeah.
where I'm gonna put you. Wes had not seen him in a long time, and so whenever he showed up, saw Wes wearing the hoodie, didn't see all the shirts, and was just like, oh, Wes got kind of fat. Wes kind of let himself go a little bit. And so we were just hanging out, like, shooting the shit, just talking. And then in the middle of it, Wes just flipped out and was like, this is too hot. I can't keep wearing this. And then just started, like, stripping it all off. The other dude started losing his mind, like, laughing, because he didn't know that Wes was wearing all the shirts.
Well, and it was an ordeal to get them off. Because,
Oh,
I mean,
it took
as
so
you can
long.
imagine, it was just stuck.
Oh, yeah.
T-posing.
Well, and once we got down to the deeper layers, it was like, damn, this lollipop is licking itself from the inside. Sweaty and sticky up in there.
Again, with your imagery. You just need to not ever. Oh, man, that was a
We
fun
had fun
time.
doing that. I don't know if you enjoyed it, Wes, but we sure did.
We sure did.
I totally forgot that happened. That was locked away in the deepest wrinkles of my brain. But thanks for. I do
You got some
remember
deep
now.
wrinkles, too.
Yeah,
Deep
because I was.
wrinkles.
Oh,
Trenches.
thanks. Yeah, I be in the trenches a lot. You
So
know?
anyway,
Yeah, because
so I think this is a good time to talk about how Cameron is incapable of winning at 8-ball.
Playing you right now. Playing you right now. Shut up. Also,
Damn
yeah, you're muscular.
arms.
What the fuck?
dude.
We're playing right now.
Oh, okay.
We're playing right now.
Live.
I'm
Viewers,
sending it. I'm
you are
sending
in
it
for.
to you.
Oh, so I can break.
Yes.
You want to
so
get
can
ran off?
fucking break. You can
I'll
break.
I'll run you off break again.
So while
then.
they're doing this, I'll explain the little bit that I know because I'm not involved with this at all. But obviously they're playing 8-ball between each other, and Cameron has gotten stomped a lot of the time.
No free ads.
No free ads, Starbucks. Shit!
Just ever make it work for me, huh? This fucking guy.
So Cameron loses a lot, and Wes dunks on him.
Extremely well told story.
Yeah.
You know what they say? Leave nothing for the.
So the this is what you get for leaving the story to me, because I'm
Focus on it.
incapable.
Put your whole
I
inch into this.
Cannot. Don't say put your inch into this.
No, like your brain,
My
not
1 inch.
your, not your peenies. I'm talking about
So
a
anyway,
mile wide.
there's an image that was created of Cameron. One of his favorite. So one of.
Do you want me to intro this? Because I actually probably know
Yes.
this better than you. In D&D, I play a lot of Dungeons and Dragons. If we achieve any minor victory over some bad guy, NPC, whatever it is, my saying, "Mom, I'm sorry," get fucked, pussy lips. It's such a visceral, awful thing to call somebody. But I started saying it like a lot, and it kind of became known. I have like two main phrases. It's that, and the other one's lick nuts. Those are my two big things, and people know this about me. And so an image was created. I actually have it right here. Yeah, so that's me.
That is you.
That's me. I look like that. Wes, what are you doing?
Here, just for the viewers, I'll flip it around. There we go.
How did you do that?
I'm just way smarter and better and handsomer.
Hey, Glenn.
I didn't get to play! I didn't get to play!
Send it. Editor, put in get fucked pussy lips.
Oh.
No! I have to dunk on myself in editing. I hate that. Send me a game. Send me a game and I'll fucking run it.
Gets one ball in, then gets fucked pussy lips.
Unbearable. This is
He
3
gets
games in
so-
a row. Like, cause 2 of them I literally did not get to play. One of them, just a crazy random, I just accidentally sunk the 8-ball on like the second shot of the game.
Mad because bad.
Unbelievable. Yes, I am bad. And I'm not great.
Dude, when he was like raging, his whole shit was shaking.
Yeah, so after one of the particularly
Oh my god. The group scribe provides.
yeah. After one of the particularly rough beatings, Wes sends the image "get fucked pussy lips," and Cameron just responds, "Fucking horseshit."
Horseshit.
To be clear, I won the first game that was sent to me because we got to play an actual game.
You
We
should have
went
stopped
back and
then.
forth. I should have stopped while I was ahead.
Yeah, I mean, you learned this lesson with Rob.
Yeah, I did. That's what beat somebody once and then never play that game again.
Hit it and quit it, as they say.
Which is not Cameron in chess. I find
Yeah.
it obtuse that this is like the only thing I have, and it involves nothing. There is no skill involved.
Oh man, I love the use of the word obtuse there. It was such a silent killer, and it really killed. Oh my god.
Wes, please. Please let me have a turn.
You're fucked.
Dude, come on! I want to do that. I swear
I'm
to
thinking
God,
this should be our final bit because we're pushing 2 hours now, and our poor editor. I don't want him to
much
have to
time.
look through so much.
All right, we'll finish this game of 8-ball pool, and then we'll wrap it up. To be clear, I made one shot. I literally broke. Didn't sink anything in. No luck there. So now I'm waiting for Wes to just win the game and send it back.
If he just won something or sink something on break, wouldn't have a problem. I don't see the issue here.
I blundered.
I get a turn.
Yeah, good luck potting any of that though. You'll get one, and then maybe another.
That is how the game works.
Dude, the fact that I ran your shit live on
Dude,
Pretty funny.
I didn't get to play. That didn't even have anything to do with how bad I am. That's just you being good. I'm so pissed.
Hope. And the best part is he's gonna have to relive this multiple times while editing it.
Shut up. That's true. I'm so sad about it. Okay, this is true. I probably will just get this one. This is...
One of my favorite things that happened this session was Glenn said, "Cameron, I think you got those backwards," and you went, "No."
Oh,
What?
well.
I wasn't sure.
But you instantly react with, "I'm right."
I feel like I'm right sometimes.
See, you said that and then looked up and then remembered how literally 2 hours ago you had said how I'm usually right.
I did say those words.
And it was on stream,
definitely
so
a
it was
mistake. I should never ever admit anything.
I thought you were saying that you were a mistake. I was like, damn, I mean, yeah.
No.
Yeah, I mean, that has fed my ego a little bit and will continue to revolutionize my life and my confidence. Put the eyebrow away.
He's taking too long.
Shut up.
It's because he's really lining up his first shot.
I
do
was
that.
trying to play defensively, and then I didn't do that.
He recognizes
Okay.
he won't.
No shot. You're not sinking all 3 of these, though. You're not sinking them. You're not doing this.
I would actually pay money to see this happen.
Oh, I think that was where he missed.
Damn. Damn, you were so full of it. And then you were like,
Shut
we
up.
watched all of them just bounce
This is
around.
a real game we're playing. I'm actually getting an opportunity to play, and it's not, which is over. If I lose this one, though, I'd be pretty sad.
You're really,
I wouldn't be
really
mad
getting
about
your
this one if I
pride
lose it, though.
singed on this one, aren't you?
If I lose this one, it's because I didn't play well enough, right?
Mm-hmm.
First time I've gotten the opportunity to say that about these games.
Really keeps you up at night, huh?
I'm mad.
Yeah, so remember how earlier we talked about fixations for you and how the podcast is your fixation? I think you were lying. This is actually the 1 and the podcast is the 0.6.
I'm going to send 8-ball pool play requests to
I'm
myself so I
go-
can practice.
Mom, give you your phone.
I have to get better. I can't keep losing like this.
Cameron's training arc in game pigeon 8-ball.
I'm gonna get so good at this game.
Competitive 8-ball.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
This
become an
is your
8-ball
chance.
speedrunner.
If you make a mistake here, you lose.
Cameron's gearing up for in the future. Whenever his girl is mad at him, he'll just send back 8-ball and then dunk on her again.
No, this is
Oh shit.
8-ball is how me and Pip decide
Cooper.
if we're going, like, who's playing or who's paying at restaurants.
That's really cute. I like that.
That's funny.
I'm sorry. I Polly, he's so upset.
Shut up.
All right. I absolutely love. I don't like calling Piper Pooper just generally, but in the effort of keeping everyone's names like hush hush and like using nicknames for them, saying Pooper, I derive a lot of enjoyment from that.
I don't care. She's not here.
You know what they say? If it's behind their back, who gives a shit?
Oh, that's.
Oh man, that's funny.
If I told her that, or she ever listen, oh, she does want to listen to it. But when she does, she'll just probably go, "What?"
I'm sure
and then
she would think it's funny.
Scowl at me, and then we'll move on, and then
I feel like me and her have enough of a rapport where she would think that was funny.
Oh shit. Shit.
Throwies?
Dude, no, it's fucked. It was
Throwies?
so close. That was. It's a throw. Like it's free.
Throwies.
it was a good
So
shot.
upset. Dude. And
Almost
because
did.
it was like I was gonna have to hit the 8-ball if I hit it too hard, so I just did too soft.
You would have.
This is like
Yeah,
LeBron intercepting a dunk and then saying, that was a nice try.
Fuck. Who's LeBron?
Oh, he's that guy in Multiverses.
In Fortnite too.
Oh
Yeah,
oh,
yeah, yeah.
They made the guy from Multiverses in real life.
Live action LeBron.
4-0 or 4-1. 4-1.
Oh, man.
4-1.
You're really hanging on to that one win, huh?
1. The first one we played. 1.
Right, which is not indicative of skill.
Well, if anything, it's proven that you can't repeat yourself. It was a fluke.
If you win 20% of your games, you're not a success.
Yeah, so I think that you're
Hey, oh,
25%.
hey, let's pull up our fucking chess logs. How about it, huh?
I don't think we
See,
Yeah, sure.
110.
I never claimed to be better than you at chess.
I was actually yelling at Glenn.
I never
I'm
claimed
going
to
to
be better than you at
find-
chess either.
Yours is better than Glenn. Glenn
Oh,
sucks.
I suck at chess.
He's so
I
bad.
I don't have
No,
the
it's
attention
not.
span for chess either.
I have to
Cameron-
put people down to make myself feel better.
Really?
the amount of chess we have, I feel like we've played more chess than that's like why it's worse. Because you and I have played so many more games.
Yeah.
Because it's literally like 112 to 13.
Your KD's pretty high.
Yeah. Get up there with Stalin though, pussy.
What?
Something to strive for.
What, was Stalin good at chess? What are you talking
Nah, he went
Oh,
50 million
KD.
and one.
about? KD. KD.
This guy, he puts the joke together.
Yo, but if we ever get to do like a live show, we can totally do the thing where we'll put Cameron up on we'll figure it out so that we can do Cameron versus the audience in chess.
Oh yeah, no, I would
be
love to
sick.
do that. Like the you're talking about like the
Kasparov
Gary
versus the
Kasparov.
world.
Yeah. No, I'd love to do
Wait,
that.
that guy's
prefer-
first name is Gary?
That's terrible. I prefer framing it as the people versus Cameron.
What, like the court of
Court
public
case.
opinion?
Yeah.
Well, hey, this has been Mountains Don't Like Baseball.
Wait, is that the name?
I'm gonna come over there. I'm gonna come to Austin, the city you live in.
Don't dox me. I did ban my address in your Twitch chat.
Dude, so funny. Yeah, so thanks for watching the podcast. Mountains Don't Like Baseball. That's the name of it.
We don't be liking it.
Wait. I would love to end now,
P.S.
but I
Chicken.
want to show you all the graphic. Because it
Oh!
exists. I'm going to
The
show
thing
you the
that's not as
graphic.
cool as all those things that happened last episode. It's certainly not as cool as you getting dunked on an 8-ball.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Pretty unfortunate how like I get to be the guy who goes on the rant but then also still loses.
Yeah, because I wanted to bring up how you said, I don't know if it was before or after you won that game. Because I think we were in a Discord call. And you said, I know that I was built to be goated at 8-ball.
That is
That's
true, though.
funny.
All right, look at this graphic.
That's pretty sick.
Hold on, let me watch the stream.
I think it's sick.
That's pretty sick.
I think I crushed it.
So, editor, are you putting this over on the for the visual? Like,
Well,
genuine question.
they'll have already seen it, but yeah, probably.
Yeah, so it's just us sitting here saying, "Wow."
Okay. All right. No. Look at this. Look at this. So
looking.
I can take like, the stuff, and because of the way that I have this set up like a genius.
Uh-huh.
Look at this.
What happened? Nothing changed.
It showed up on my other monitor. Hold on a
Okay.
second.
Dude, the look at this. You're so fucking funny.
I have to unplug this. Hold on.
I do
feel like there's
have
an
a
easier
question.
solution.
No, Cameron likes to make all technical problems as hard as possible.
I have to unplug a monitor.
Did he like Discord it out for a second?
Yeah.
And I swear to God, if he just left the call.
That would have
Alright.
been great.
Dude, look at this. Look at this. I can like fuck with the colors. Like
pretty
we can
sick.
pick whatever
Oh,
like,
shit.
Yeah.
colors that we want for stuff. We can change it.
I do have a question though.
Yeah. what's up?
How will this be sized for thumbnails?
Well, so since the graphic exists, now I can do all sorts of stuff with it. So I have everything set up like specifically, so I can like hide particular elements of it and all that. So I can move things around, and I can change the sizes and the layouts of stuff. Mostly, like the biggest thing is that this background here will be what is behind us. So like we'll have it's like
Oh,
face,
yeah,
or,
yeah.
or 2, 2, 1,
Yeah,
and then the
that's
background
nice.
will be behind that.
Right. So where's the YouTube banner and like profile picture for us?
Profile picture is this zoomed in. YouTube banner is going to be, it'll be the 4 icons like that instead of.
That's great. I was fully just giving you shit. It's awesome that you had a plan.
I have an answer for everything.
Now, hold on.
So anyway, we've now all seen the graphic, even though it's
which
been
we
used already.
had last time.
True. Now I just need to get the jingle.
We're the people who are mountains
Oh.
but don't like baseball.
I have an idea
am
for
gonna
what you
mute
could use
your
for a
part of that
jingle.
in episode 0 when you were talking over me in the in literally the first line of the podcast, and you were fucking talking over me. I had to mute your ass. I was so annoyed.
Man, this is a mountain don't be liking baseball beat.
My
Thanks
favorite
for watching
part's
the
coming up.
podcast.
This is my music editor.
Goodbye, everybody.
Farewell.